Next time. I am Emanuela Tabo, and I'll be talking about female genital mutilation. Right before I begin, I would like to submit this question to you. Can trauma help any individual to become good and acceptable in the society? I come from a place in Africa where female genital mutilation is the order of the day. Female genital mutilation should be prohibited in all parts of Africa and in the world. This is because it has no health benefit, but rather it brings about psychological trauma, emotional pain, physical pain, and lifelong health disadvantages. And in most cases, it destroys the sexuality of the female. Female genital mutilation refers to the complete or incomplete removal of the external female genitalia, and in some cases it refers to injury linked to the external female genitalia. Cultures and people practice female genital mutilations for a number of reasons which are particular to that location or to the group of those people. Such myths include things like if girls don't go through female genital mutilation, then they are not going to be pure when they get married. They are not going to be faithful to their husbands. And the girls, if they don't engage in female genital mutilation, then they are not going to have a good social standing amongst their peers. And also, one reason why they practice female genital mutilation is because they think that when a girl goes through female genital mutilation, then she becomes introduced into womanhood. But all these things and all these myths have been based on research, and personal experience have been proven false. I experienced my childhood friend go through this practice, and all I could see in her eyes was pain. I could see her struggle in the way she saw things in life. Her perspective generally changed. That's concerning her psychology, it was never the same. And I also experienced the kind of health challenges she faced because of this experience. Below are some reasons that we should come together and work towards the eradication of this practice. The first reason I would like to talk about is that girls who go through female genital mutilation often end up in a psychological mess. They are often aggressive, they are often very angry, they are often agitated, they suffer from sleepless nights and have many phobias because the trauma of the past keeps haunting them to their present day, and they cannot relate to it based on what they already experienced. Researchers such as Road or Bad in their research have proven these aspects to be true with female genitally mutilated women. The second reason why we should come together towards the eradication of female genital mutilation is because female genital mutilation often leads to inferiority complex, low self-esteem, and lack of sexual gratification. When it comes to the point of low self-esteem, these women always have a negative image about their bodies. They often suffer from the trauma of having to go through pain in order to be accepted in the society, and the questions of why do I have to go through all this for me to be accepted in the society keeps haunting them. That's what keeps them bound and often gives them a very low image about their bodies. It also leads to inferiority complex, like they are not confident of themselves. No, they don't associate very well because all the trauma and everything they went through has gone a long way in messing up with their minds and the way they see things. In terms of sexual gratification, women who have been who have gone through female genital mutilation often shy away from sexual activities. They often, even when they get engaged, they never really get excited or get satisfied. This is because the trauma of the past is haunting them. This is because they don't see why they have to go through this, because the pain associated with the trauma has carried with the experience has carried on for generations to generations and has caught up with them. Female genital mutilation should also be eradicated because female genital mutilation leads to lifelong health complications and the loss of lives. Many people during this practice have lost their lives. This is because they are bleeding excessively, and since it's often done in remote areas and with the lack of medical expertise and trained medical professionals, these people often go through this female genital mutilation in a very crude way and unhealthy way. Due to that, a lot of people bleed, and in the process of bleeding, most of them lose their lives. Lives gone, lives destroyed because of a practice. Most of them, even if they survive the practice, they have lifelong health complications. People contract even infections such as tetanus and every other susceptible bacteria which is around the corner, because it is not well done in a very health-wise controlled manner. So because of this, they carry on later in life. Even when it comes to giving birth, they often have difficult births. Most of them even go through cesarean sections because the area is all messed up down there. That's why we should all come together, because based on research and my personal experience, which in this case was my friend, female genital mutilation has no good thing to offer, but rather brings about a psychological pain, emotional trauma, physical pain, and even death. Research above gives us enough evidence that female genital mutilation has negative consequences, and even though people in the world, especially people in some parts of Africa, still practice it, it is time for us to rise up. Let's talk about it. Let's encourage women who go through this practice to come boldly and talk about what they have gone through. I believe if the ignorance about this issue is cleared out, then it will be significantly reduced and eventually eradicated. I believe it lies in our hands. We are the future. We are the people who make up the world. If all of us work hand in glove, if all of us build up platforms for people to come up and talk about their experience, if we sensitize people about it, then this practice is going to significantly drop. Right before I end my speech, I would like to show you a few things which are linked to female genital mutilation. Here is the first picture, which says that save a girl and break the razor blade. That's what it says. Save the girl, break the razor blade. This is the second image, which shows the amount of pain she's feeling when she's going through that kind of barbaric practice. Here are some images. Here are some instruments used for female genital mutilation. Here's a scissors. Here's a knife. And here is a blade. When you look at this blade, think of the kind of pain you feel when you accidentally strike yourself with a blade. Then think about the pain she's going through and the pain she has gone through each time she goes through this kind of practice. I believe the world can be a better place if we work together. Women do not deserve this kind of treatment that they are going through. It's in our hands. Let us come together and bring about a positive solution towards this practice. And once more, I want to thank you all for listening. Thank you for listening so keenly. Thank you.